Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about something very important in English grammar, pronouns. These small words like he, she, it, they, and we help us avoid repeating the same nouns again and again in a paragraph, in a sentence, in an essay, in a story, whatever we are writing. They help us avoid repetition in our writing and they make it more brief and smooth. We have talked about parts of speech. I have a separate video about all these 8 parts of speech: verb, noun, adjective, adverb, pronoun, interjection, conjunction, preposition. I have made a separate video about nouns as well, and I have a plan that I'm going to make a separate video about each one of them. My today's video is about pronouns, and basically noun, pronoun, and adjective. These three are interconnected, interrelated. Noun, pronoun, and adjective. These nouns and adjectives, pronouns and adjectives, they are also related with noun. So I'm going to talk about pronouns in today's video. Let's have a look at the definition of a pronoun. Basically, why we have this in our English grammar. Pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun, is called a pronoun. It is a word that replaces a noun. It is a word that is for a noun. In a paragraph, in a writing essay, in a sentence, when we have the same noun twice, thrice, or 4, 5 times, we use a pronoun instead of repeating that noun. These are words, you know them, like they are I, me, you, he, she, it, they, etc. And it has different kinds also. First, just to understand that what is the basic function of a pronoun, let's read this together. And after reading, just for some time, take out some time and think that how unnatural and abnormal it looks when we read or when we write this kind of paragraph, this kind of essays, sentences, or anything, a story in which we keep on repeating the nouns. Let's read it. Ali saw Ali's friend Sarah at the park. Ali waved to Sarah and Sarah waved back at Ali. Then Ali and Sarah sat on the bench near Sarah's bicycle. Ali told Sarah about Ali's weekend trip to Ali's grandmother's house. Sarah listened to Ali's story with interest, and then Sarah shared Sarah's own plans for Sarah's birthday. Ali smiled and said Ali would love to come to Sarah's party. While reading, you can easily imagine that something is wrong here. This is not the right way to write, to have a coherent paragraph or coherent essay. So, what is the right way to do it? Let's have a look at the next paragraph. Look at this. Now I had tried to correct it. Ali saw his friend Sarah at the park. Now instead I have this Ali and I have this Sarah. These are two nouns here, and next time when we are going to write them, we are not going to write these names again. We are going to replace them with pronouns. We are going to replace them with pronouns. He waved to her. He, pronoun, waved to her. Now here we had the word Sarah, but we have replaced it with her. And she, Sarah, waved back at him, Ali. Then they both, Ali and Sarah, sat on the bench near her bicycle, Sarah's bicycle. He told her about his, Ali, weekend trip to his, Ali, grandmother's house. She, Sarah, listened to his, Ali, story with interest, and then she, Sarah, her, Sarah, own plans for her birthday, Sarah. He smiled and said he would love to come to her party. So, this is the kind of a paragraph that we should have and we should write. Whereas, This was the paragraph that was an unnatural and an abnormal kind of writing, whereas this is the correct version. So this is the basic task of a pronoun, that it helps us to have a smoother writing. Now, next one. First of all, when we talk about pronouns, basically what are we talking about? What are pronouns? We know them as first person, second person, and third person. In singular, first person is I, and I is always written in subject form because it starts a sentence. That's why this is I, and in object form we replace it with me. That is the object. Object means any noun that comes at the end of a sentence. So if a pronoun is in subject place and that is first person means the person who is speaking. The person who is speaking is known as the person who is speaking is first person. If I am speaking, I will use the word I. If we together are speaking, we will use the word we. So first person means the person who is speaking. First person singular is I in subject place, and first person singular is me in object place. First person plural is we, and first person object is us. Then second person. Second person means the person who is listening. Second person is the person who is listening. Second person plural is you, and object also you. Second person plural is you, and plural also and object also you. You has the same form for all of them. Third person is the person we are talking about. Third person means person we are talking about, where first and second person are talking about something or someone. That thing or that person or that animal or that noun is known as third person. Third person singular. Now you all know what is third person singular. Third person singular is he, she, it, and in object place him, her, and it. In plural, third person plural is they, and in object place it is them, they and them. So basically we know pronouns as first person, second person, and third person, and we use them in subject place or in the object place. Now the next line. Again, have a look at this. These are personal pronouns. When we talk about first person, this is first person and singular I, me, my, mine. Now all these kinds of pronouns are written here. I, me, my, and mine. Then in plural we have we, us, our, and ours. Second person singular you, your, yours, and in plural we have you, your, yours. Same. Third person she, her, hers, him, his, it, its. These are singular, and in plural we have they, them, their. There's all different kinds of pronouns are we can see here. So personal pronouns first person, second person, third person. We use them in sentences where we have to avoid the repetition. Now next one is different kinds of the different kinds of pronouns. This is not basically possessive pronoun, this is different kinds of pronouns. First of all these they are personal pronouns. And the first thing is subjective pronouns or subject pronouns. We know them. All the subject pronouns are used as subject of a sentence. That means they start a sentence. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. These are subject pronouns. That means they start a sentence. Then we have object pronouns. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. These are object pronouns. That means they come at the end of a sentence, right? Then we have possessive pronouns. I'm leaving this here. That is a different thing. I'm not counting this. Possessive pronouns, mine, yours, his, hers. Note this s at the end. Here you can see this is her, whereas this is hers. It's, yours, yours, and theirs. These are possessive pronouns. Whereas here you can see adjective, possessive adjectives, my, your, his, her, its, our, your, their. These are possessive adjectives, but as the kind of shape they have, they are, you can say that they resemble pronouns. That's why whenever we discuss pronouns, we discuss possessive adjectives also, because they look like they are pronouns, but they are not. They are possessive adjectives. I will tell you that how adjectives and pronouns are different. After this I'm going to discuss that also. Then reflexive, they are quite easy because they always have this word self with them. These are myself, yourself for singular. When you is singular, this is yourself. Himself, herself, itself, ourselves. If this is plural, we have ourselves. Myself singular, ourselves plural. Yourself singular, yourselves plural when you are more than one. And themselves. There's no word like themself. Students usually they make this mistake. The word is themselves. So we have subject, object, possessive, and reflexive pronouns. Now, how can you understand that what's the difference between possessive adjective and possessive pronoun? So remember, let me have some space here to describe that. Whenever you have a possessive adjective, like my is possessive adjective, adjective must have a noun after that. My book. Book is a noun, and here it is my. You have my here, that means this is adjective because it is followed by a noun. So adjective, because my is adjective because it needs a noun after it. But if I say this book is mine, this book is mine, now I cannot say this is mine book. I cannot say that. So an adjective needs a noun after it, whereas a pronoun doesn't need that. We complete our sentence after mine. This book is mine. The noun comes earlier. So mine is a pronoun, whereas my is an adjective. And here we know them that my is adjective, mine is pronoun, your is adjective, this yours with s is possessive pronoun, his and his they are same, her and hers is pronoun and adjective is her, its they are same, our is adjective, ours is pronoun, your is adjective, yours is pronoun, there is adjective, theirs is pronoun. Now why we need to understand and how they are different, because when you are going to use them, if that is an adjective, you are going to use a noun after that. Now let's have a look at the functions or the uses of pronouns. First of all, it is subject pronoun. That means it starts a sentence. These pronouns perform the action in a sentence. And what is that action? They basically start a sentence. They sometimes they come in the middle or at the end also, but those are different things. Their most basic function is starting a sentence. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are subject pronouns. Replace the subject of the sentence. That means subject always comes in the beginning of a sentence. I write a letter. This I is subject. So what subject pronouns do? They replace the subject of a sentence that comes in the beginning. See, she sings beautifully. They went to the market. She and they are subject pronouns because they are replacing the nouns in the beginning of a sentence. Next we have Next we have object pronouns. Object pronouns are these pronouns receive the action of the verb. That means they come at the end of a sentence. And examples they come at the end of a sentence, and the examples are me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. How they are used after action verbs or prepositions. They are used after, like if I say I like her, so this is my verb. They are usually used after verbs or prepositions, and they come at the end or sometimes in the middle of sentences. Now, how? Look at this. The teacher called me after this verb. Ali sat beside. This beside is a preposition, beside her. This is object pronoun. Then it has another use, that is possessive pronouns. The function of these pronouns is to show ownership or possession. Examples are mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours. Shows who something belongs to. That book is mine. It shows possession. The idea was theirs. These are possessive pronouns and they show possession and ownership. Next kind is reflexive pronouns. I really like them and they are the easiest one, I must say. These pronouns refer back to the subject of the sentence. Whenever you say something with reflexive pronoun, basically you are emphasizing something and you are telling that you have done something yourself. So it goes back to the subject of a sentence. These pronouns refer back to the subject of the sentence. Examples: myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. And they are how they are used to show that the subject and object are the same person or thing. She made it herself. Who made it? She made it herself. We blamed ourselves. Who are ourselves? It's we. So whenever we use these reflexive pronoun, basically they are reflection of the subject. They are reflection of the subject here. So herself and ourselves. Then we have demonstrative pronouns. These point out specific person or things, people or things. Examples are demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, or those, used to indicate something specific in a sentence, like this is delicious, those were the best days. This and those can be adjectives also, but here they are pronouns. How you will understand that they are demonstrative pronouns or demonstratives adjectives? If you have, now look at this, this is written here, this is delicious. If you have this food is delicious, if you have a noun after this, that means this is demonstrative adjective. But if you don't have this, that means this is delicious, there's no mention of the noun, then it is a pronoun. If you say those were the best days, then this is demonstrative pronoun. If you write it like this, those days were best, those days, if you have it like this, then this those becomes demonstrative adjective. But here it is demonstrative pronoun, this and that, those and these. Next one is interrogative pronoun. And interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. Examples: who, whom, whose, which, what. Who is coming to the party? Demonstrative interrogative pronoun. Which dress should I wear? Which dress should I wear? That is, these are interrogative pronouns because we are asking, we are starting question. This now here it is the same with interrogative pronouns also. They can be interrogative adjectives also, and sometimes they are adverbs also. Now they it's their use that tells us that whether they are pronouns or whether they are adjectives. So who and which here in this place, they are interrogative adjectives. Next we have relative pronouns. In relative pronouns, from the word relative, you can understand that they relate two things with each other. So these connect, they relate a clause or a phrase to a noun or pronoun. Examples are who, whom, whose, which, and that. Begin a relative clause. The girl who won. The the girl who won the race is my sister. This is the book that I was talking about. These are relative pronouns which are connecting clauses and phrases in a sentence. Next we have indefinite pronouns. These refer to non-specific people or things like someone, no one, nobody. Examples are someone, anyone, everyone, nobody, anything, something, each, and all. Everyone was invited. Nothing is impossible. These are indefinite pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns. These reciprocal pronouns used when two or more people do the same thing to each other. Examples each other, one another. They are something, these are the pronouns that show a mutual relationship, a reciprocal relationship. That's why they are known as, some people call them reciprocal also. So this is a reciprocal pronoun. They hugged each other. The classmates respect one another. So these are reciprocal pronouns. Then we have distributive pronouns. Distributive pronouns refer to individual members of a group separately. They, like in the previous one here, it is reciprocal because they have each other, one another. Whereas in distributive, it is only separate or one member or individual member of a group. Each, either, neither, or either or neither. Each, either, neither. Each of the students was given a certificate. Neither of the door is open. These neither, either, each, they are distributive pronouns.